Bruh, so at like 2, 4, and 1, I made a video and I was like, dang, the Eagles are probably gonna make it to the playoffs because the NFC East sucks because we had just beat the Giants and we played awful. And I was like, dang, if we suck, and I'm watching the Cowboys and they suck, and Washington's just Washington, so they're just supposed to suck, even though, even though they're the second best team record wise in the division, but no one cares because they're just the Washington's being themselves, so it's not surprising that they suck. Then the Giants found a way to lose to us. Suck. I was like, dang, if we win the next 3 games, we gonna make it to the playoffs. Cause I was like, hey, the Cowboys they suck. The Giants they suck. The Browns we suck, but that's a winnable game. And then we went to beat the Cowboys. The Giants, they just didn't play as bad as they did the first time, so they were able to beat us. And then the Browns, I don't remember what happened, but I just remember us sucking. Then we went to Seattle. Seattle's we sucked. And played Green Bay, and Jalen Hurts played, and that's why I'm here today. Cause, jeez, I watched that game, bro. We were terrible. And Mr. Dougie P still refuses to run the rock. Hold on. Let me pull up some stats. Miles Sanders had 10 carries. Jordan Howard had 4 carries for 19 yards with like 4 minutes 19 seconds, I want to say, in the second quarter, or like actually maybe like 8:19, somewhere like that, and he ended the game with that start line. Boston Scott had 2 carries, bro. Overall, if you look at the numbers, we ran the rock 16 times with our running backs, once with our receivers, and our quarterbacks had 8 carries. And it's not like we were having designed quarterback runs. Nah, these were impromptu runs. But that is the reason we looked better with Jalen Hurts, because he ran the ball himself. If you remember the Boston Scott, when Sopawaga got that holding call and it took us out of field goal range, but Boston Scott had just run it down to the 10-yard line, Jalen Hurts started those drives with some scrambles, and he's scrambling for first down yards. There were a couple of times I wanted to see him throw it away, but he would just like he scrambled back to the line of scrimmage. So hey, that was cool. But just him doing that, it brought the linebackers up. And if you started seeing him hitting those out routes about 15 yards, 12 yards out, it's because the linebackers weren't just sitting there. That's why you need a run game to pull those linebackers up so that you can throw behind them. Because whenever they playing us, bro, whenever Carson in the game, they just sitting back. That's all they doing. Because he refuses to run the ball with Sanders. He refuses to run the ball with Scott. We don't have an under center game anymore, which I'm not totally against, but with a good running game, under center is so valuable because there's so much more you can do, and the defense can't see everything. They can't see where the ball is when the quarterback has their back turned to them, and then it becomes a guessing game. But Jalen Hurts, he scrambled for some first downs that brought the linebackers up. You started seeing opened receivers. He threw the touchdown pass, the pick. I don't care about the pick. He was getting sacked. His arm got hit. It wasn't a good throw. But hey, we gotta talk about it because if Carson made that pick, hey, we would talk about it too. So yeah, he did throw a pick. When Wentz was in the game, bro, the offense just it didn't look good. Again, I don't entirely blame him because it's the lack of a running game. I mean, he's not a mobile quarterback like Hurts where he picks up the yards himself. But we really just need a running game, bro. Like not having one hurts. It hurts, and just the way this season's going, I don't believe in us making the playoffs no more. And it's like I didn't want us to make the playoffs if we're gonna be like a 5-win team, and we're gonna be playing all these old dudes who benefit nothing to our future. But if I don't even know what I want to happen with this team, because like the only way we're gonna have some running in the game if Hurts is in, and we're gonna look like a better football team. But then our play calling isn't gonna get addressed, and I want to see young. I, I don't know, bro. I am a fan of Wentz. Like when Hurts was throwing the ball, I don't know the I don't like how the football come out of his hands. It's kind of but hey, he was completing passes and all. That's really all that matters. He was accurate. That's all that matters. Yeah, the motion it don't look like a pretty motion, but hey, if it works, it works. Sean Marion. Anyway, that's like those just my thoughts, bro. Like when I had that game, when we were 2-4-1, and I was like, hey, the Packers game is a winnable game. I thought we'd probably have a running game by then. I thought our defense would be able to make enough plays. Our corners were playing so sorry, bro. Maddox and Slay both got hurt because they were getting cooked for 2 straight weeks. But I don't even care. Cause my belief is quarterback isn't our problem, so there's no reason to need a top 5 pick. We just need better play calling and better utilization of players. That's it. This team made me